is over there.
It ripped the wiring off the transmissions.
Oh my god.
The Opel Comet, of course one of my personal favorite, the Barracuda, and then a drag car. These are some pretty wild vehicles, but it's not until you come around this corner you start really questioning your sanity, and that's a Ferrari drift car? That's when you know you're at Fueltech. Now all those cars are amazing, they're wonderful vehicles, but it's the vehicle behind me that really is kind of a starting place for a lot of people. This C8 Corvette is an iconic car. It's something that's easy to modify, it's easily accessible, and anybody can work on it. But that's the history of how modifying cars went. Let's take a look at the future. That includes this 355 Ferrari. It was a vehicle that they bought for $30,000, it was a salvage title, and they used it as a project to modify. Who doesn't love an exotic? And of course, a turbocharged one at that. If the C8 Corvette is an example of easy tuning, and this is more difficult, let's take a look at utterly insane. Behind me is the world's fastest C8 Corvette. This thing is the first Corvette under 9 seconds in the quarter mile and makes more than 1,350 horsepower. You see the rear tires, that's a first indication that there is something really crazy on the back side of this car. And of course, it takes meaty tires to make a lot of power stick to the ground, but that's just the beginning. It's up here where I fall in love with this car. You know I love turbochargers, why not have two of them? One on each side of this engine produces a lot of the power needed to make all 1,350 horsepower out of a car that originally made closer to 500, 600. When you come around to this side, you see that not only are they adding power, but they're taking away weight, something like the racing seats, and then going all the way to the front of the car, you've got a little baby fuel cell, but that's methanol. It's an insane type of fuel, but then of course, everybody's favorite nitrous right next to it. So there are a lot of things going on underneath the hood of what, from a distance, other than the rear tires, looks like a stock Corvette. With great power comes great responsibility, and that is where you see what looks like a dash sitting in the armrest is actually the new computer controlling all of it. In the past, you could work with what the car had. Nowadays, it's so encrypted, it's so advanced, there's so many different wires running everywhere that it's almost easier just to let that be and then build a computer on top of it. And that's where the Fueltech comes in. And just like the older Corvette and the Ferrari and the other Ferrari, they all are controlled with the same unit. That is the new brain of the car controlling the entire engine and of course the transmission as well. Everything that puts power to the ground is all controlled from that thing sitting right at your elbow. I certainly might know what these are, but I know that you're the creator of them, and I want to learn more about how you came to inventing this particular box.
You know, I'm from Brazil, right? And the idea was really make something in one box that could tune a car, especially in South America, because we really limited availability of products.
For me, I saw it as just a drag race tool for drag race cars, those wild, big, huge tire cars to make power. Now seeing it on your Corvette, I realized that you're really onto something with controlling future cars.
Yeah, because this is really a lot more than an ECU. The right word would be VCU, is Vehicle Control Unit, okay. Because it's really an advanced computer that you can do everything.
Well, you know how much I absolutely love your computer, but let's go make some fun noise with the cars. Where better to test the world's fastest C8 Corvette than at a drag strip? We're at Silver Dollar Motorsports Park to do just that. We're gonna take this car down that strip and see just how fast it actually is. What does it take to get this car down the strip?
Basically, what we do here, it does have the pedal shifts and stuff, but what we've done, we wire the Fueltech to actually activate this signal electronically. So it is so fast, it shifts the gear ratio on this car. It shifts first to second in 1 second, second to third in 1.8 seconds, third to fourth in 2.7 seconds, and fifth gear in about 5 seconds.
So you're saying that when we launch, for only a second that we're going to be in first gear?
Yes.
And then we're into the next gear already?
The next gear, and it's the gear ratio, which is something we can't modify in this car.
You have it where brake in hard, gas pedal all the way down, and then when you're ready, let go of the brake. Once you're down, full pedal, and your computer's doing all the rest.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It entered the limp mode.
Oh,
that's very normal.
That was a cool start.
I need that's the challenge on this car.
Yeah.
So what happens is the transmission, the clutch, is to avoid it getting into limp mode, and sometimes it's random. Sometimes you need to apply more clutch pressure or less clutch pressure. Probably, and that's most everyone who is dealing with the C8 is actually trying that. The difference is we already figure some ways of preventing this to happen.
I see. Here we go. Yeah.
Not exactly what I expected. It didn't shift at second, you see?
Yeah.
It stayed all the way in first. It ripped the wiring and the wheel cover cap, ripped it off.
Oh no.
And the transmission control unit wiring is over there.
Oh no.
It ripped the wiring from the transmission.
It ripped the wiring off the transmission's control.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna say it's my fault. I did gain a couple pounds over winter, but it's my luck. Now, those of you that know me know that I love braking my cars. And you know what you do when you're braking your cars? You're pushing the limits. He was going faster, harder, new things, bigger tires, and the bigger tire hooked onto the stock body's fascia, the plastic covering, ripped that off and said, no, that's not enough. And went and ripped wires out of the wheel well. And so right now the car's stuck in first gear. They're gonna try to fix that real quick, get it off the track. But that's the name of the game when it comes to modifying modern cars like this. There's a lot of wires everywhere, and they're all extremely important.
Unwilling to pack up and go home, Anderson and his team went back to their trailer to completely rewire the controller for their transmission, so we could take another run and I could get a chance to drive the car.
Yes, that is amazing. Oh my God. That is mean.
Ready to drive?
With most of the kinks worked out, it was my turn to drive. As a tuner, I'm used to driving high horsepower cars, but they're usually my cars. This is Anderson's baby, and I really didn't want to smash his 1300 horsepower prototype into a wall.
Oh my God! Oh my God, that is amazing! That is amazing! Anderson, you built one hell of a car! That is amazing!
Never seen my car without me.
Yes! Man. Oh my God, that is amazing! That was so solid. Oh my God.
Wow, it feels good. Man.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, that is an amazing car. That was solid. That was so straightforward. It's so crazy to think that, okay, I'm just pressing the brake, holding the gas. He's got it all tuned so that way I could hear it. I could hear those turbos come online, and then I just let go of the brake, and the car did the rest of it. The Fueltech, everything just worked. I was just along for the ride, and what a ride that was.